This video is sponsored by Cruiseman's Garage Honda Goldwing Maintenance Video Series.
It's time for me to do a deep clean on this brand new 2026 Honda Goldwing Tour. At first glance, it doesn't really look too dirty. It doesn't look bad, but I'm getting ready to do a ceramic coat on the paint, so that means everything's got to be clean. I always like to get started with the wheels and tires, so let's get started. When you're washing a Honda Goldwing, you don't actually have to start with the wheels and tires. That's just the way I like to do it. And these black wheels don't show the dirt as much as the silver wheels do, but they're still dirty. After putting the bike on the center stand, I use one of these scissor jacks to raise the front of the bike up just enough so I can rotate the front wheel. I want to jack the front tire off the ground until I see the rear tire touch the ground. That way I have 3 points of contact: the jack, the center stand, and the rear tire. I want to also advise you to be very careful anytime you use a jack to jack up the front of the motorcycle. So make sure you're on level ground and that you have a good quality scissor jack. I'll put a link in the description of this video to the one that I have. You can see that I am now able to rotate the front tire and wheel. That makes it much easier to clean. Now, for added safety and to make the job even easier, I recommend that you have this traction steering lock pin. This fits into the front fork and it keeps your front wheel from flopping from side to side while you're trying to clean it. You basically just slip it in like this and it will go down into, you may have to move the wheel back and forth to get it to fit down into that opening, and that will immobilize that front wheel so that it doesn't turn on you. I'm going to start by cleaning the wheels. Before I clean the tires, I use my favorite Super Clean all-wheel cleaner. This is the best product I've found for removing brake dust and other contaminants from the wheels, and it's safe for any painted or powder coated surface. Or if your wheels are chromed, it's safe for that as well. Now, I like to thoroughly spray these wheels down. I like to get them coated, and as you can see, I'm turning the wheel as I'm spraying, and it will begin removing the grime and any grease or any other contaminants such as brake dust off of those wheels. It's safe to use on your brake rotors as well. So I like to thoroughly soak these wheels with this all-wheel cleaner. Now, I will let this dwell for maybe 30 seconds to a minute before I begin agitating it with a wheel brush. My only caution would be that you don't let this dry on your wheels and tires. You want to make sure you work with it while it's still wet. Also, it's a good idea to wear nitrile gloves when you're working with any chemicals. I forgot to put mine on. I will put them on eventually, but I forgot to for this segment of the video. The other thing is, if this gets on your paint of your motorcycle, it won't hurt it, but I would recommend that you go ahead and rinse it off as soon as you can. It won't do any damage, but you wouldn't want to let it dry on that paint. Now, like I said, I'm going to let this dwell for about 30 seconds to a minute. I'm actually going into my garage right now to get the wheel brush. Now, some people use this product to also clean their tires, but I think regular Super Clean does a better job on tires. So once I've thoroughly cleaned the wheels and rinse all of this product off, I'll go back with Super Clean and clean my tires. Okay, now that I've put on my gloves, I've got my wheel brush, and I'm just going to go around the entire wheel surface and lightly scrub. My wheels aren't that dirty. It's not like they have a ton of mud or grease or grime or anything like that, but I am going to brush it thoroughly. And also, it's a good idea to wear eye protection because these brushes can kind of flick up that wheel cleaner and get in your eyes, so it's probably not good for your eyes, and I would wear some sort of eye protection while you're doing this as well. Now, I'm going to be using my Fantic NB10 cordless electric sprayer to rinse off these wheels. It's not a high pressure sprayer, but it has enough. It's good for little jobs like this, and it's portable. I can easily carry it around. You could use a garden hose. You don't have to use this sprayer. This is just the one I like, and I like to use it. This part of the video also shows why I like to do the wheels and tires first. You're going to get a lot of spray splashing up on the bike as you do this. And if I'd already washed and waxed the bike or done something, I have to go back and wash it again to get all that overspray off. That's why I just prefer to go ahead and do the wheels and tires first. Now I want to completely rinse off all of this product before I go in and start cleaning the tires. You do not have to wait for the tires to dry to use the Super Clean. It will work just fine. Now I'm ready to clean the tires. I'm going to use the Super Clean aerosol. That's my favorite product they make. They also make this in a pistol sprayer, which is more economical. I just love the aerosol, though. It's so much easier to use. As you can see, it puts out a really nice thick foam that kind of sticks to the surface. And before long, you'll already start seeing the brown grime start to come off these tires. Now, this is an all-purpose degreaser, all-purpose cleaner. So anything you have around the house or your car or your motorcycle where you need a degreaser, this is the best one I've found. I use it on the bottom of the engine when I do an oil change just to make sure everything's clean. And again, I'm going to let this product sit and dwell on the tire. You can see that brown scum and grime coming off those tires. It really does an amazing job. It's a great product. You could actually use this Super Clean to clean the wheels also, but it does not do as good a job on brake dust as the all-wheel cleaner, and brake dust is a real issue. So here I'm just going through and doing some agitation on the sidewalls of these tires. I mean, it's very easy to see all the grime that's coming off the sidewalls of these tires, and these tires are relatively new. I also use Super Clean on the inside of my wheel wells on the car to clean those up. It works great for that. Okay, now we're going to come in and we're going to rinse all of this off really well. We're going to thoroughly go around and get all this product off of the tires. Now, once I have this front wheel and tire completely clean and free of all the product, completely rinsed off, then I'm going to remove the steering lock pin. Very important that you don't forget to remove that steering lock pin. And then I'm going to remove the jack. I'm going to lower the bike down so that it's just on the center stand. Once it's on the center stand, the rear wheel, it will automatically be off the ground, so I can clean it and spin it as I clean the rear wheel. As you can see, the tire and wheel on the front looks brand new. If you're interested in the Super Clean products, you can get these at any auto parts store, Walmart, or on Amazon. I'll actually put a link to these on Amazon if you're interested. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up. I will have some more cleaning videos coming on the Honda Goldwing, so keep an eye out for that. Until next time, ride often, but ride safe.